Hey, what is up, guys? Dark Raven, and guess what? We are back with Choice of the Dragon! So, where we left off, we decided to keep our chief tame from making young goblins destroy themselves and experience bloodshed. We kept a shaman believing in his goblin god, and we decided to let him fuck off and jizz to his god. We also took over a trade route, and I figured out how to look at our stats. Here we go. So remember all the time that it said finesse or honor or cunning increases or something? Well, apparently I have 92% finesse, 40% cunning to 60% honor, 66% disdain to 34% vigilance, and my infamy is 45%. Oh dear God. But currently I am uninjured and I grew 2,250 gold since I started. So, okay, so it says, it's true, waits that would seem long to a human are just relaxing breaks for you. You manage to sneak in a short 3-month nap. Disdain increases. Eventually, your goblin minions ruse you. Oh, great dragon, a large group of humans is outside. Oh, God! An army. You emerge from your lair to see a small army camped outside under royal banners and flags of truce. Trumpets sound a fanfare as a human wearing a crown, Queen Juliet, you suppose, walks out of the crowd to meet you.
Mighty dragon, we would parley with you. We have done nothing to offend you. Why do you despoil our lands?
Okay, so how would I respond? Loudly demand that she surrender her lands to my rule and provide me with tribute if she wants to survive. Quietly explain that her best option is to accept you as an overlord or eat her and the whole little army. Normally I would just try to negotiate. Do I really want her to think of me as an overlord though? Because I don't know. Okay. I think best option is we're gonna explain to her, or quietly explain that it'd be best. Okay. Dearest Queen, you croon, I am not without mercy. I am able to kill you and everyone you protect. Alternatively, I could decimate your kingdom. Your few remaining subjects would kill you themselves for betraying them to a fearsome dragon. I have a better idea, however. In exchange for somewhat burdensome amount of treasure, I will rule you from afar. You will become my kingdom and my subjects, and in turn for your obedience and tribute, I will protect say you. The soon-to-be ex-queen's eyes are bulging.
Great dragon,
she stutters.
This is a very kind and gracious offer. We would be blessed to have as mighty protectors such as you. May we have some time to decide?
Well, yeah, we're gonna give her some time to decide. We're not disdainful.
Of course.
Of course, you say. This must be a very difficult decision for you. You have 5 minutes. 5 minutes? She sounds shocked. But that's hardly enough time to betray me and smuggle out the best of your riches? I agree. You have a choice, Queen. You can die or live, or you can lose your kingdom or give in to the most powerful protector imaginable. It will only cost you your wealth and pride. What do you choose? Oh yes, mighty dragon, I will accept you as my ruler, and perhaps through me, you will administer your new kingdom. She raises her voice to anyone who can hear. Before your new sovereign. O people, she shouts, behold the great ruler Eldrago. Man, I forgot that was my name. Within a few weeks, the first shipments of treasure arrive. You are exponentially pleased with how the process of takeover the kingdom is gone. You will have to wait for treachery, of course, but you have a good feeling about this. You've never owned a kingdom before. Finesse increases, infamy decreases. We want infamy to go down. Okay, next chapter. We are on chapter 3, I believe. You rule over your territory for several uneventful years, but before your goblin minions begin to report some disturbing news. They have seen another dragon raiding within your territory, seizing tribute that ought to be yours, eating your prey. Based on the description, you realize the dragon is none other than your elder clutchmate, Alexmeus. Oh yeah, the douchebag that decided to eat my golden protection shield. He was always an overbearing brute, seeking to seize what did not belong to him. You may recall what he did to your golden shield. Yeah, that's what I fucking said. So, what do you do about Axemelis' incursion into your domain? This is intolerable! He must be destroyed! Or, another dragon on the far reaches of my territory is not worth a response. Are we strong enough to take him out, though? Stop saying that. We are fine. Okay, we're gonna say that, yeah, fuck you. How dare he enter your territory? His infantry leaves you no choice. Vigilance increases. Your rapid response also prevents him from taking some of your tribute. Wealth increases. Okay, cool. As your elder clutchmate, he is a foe of worthy respect. How do I plan to defeat him? Wait for him to come to me. He will need to eventually, and I'll have the advantage. Set up an ambush. Oh, wait, I can use the soldiers that I have enslaved to defeat this guy, or at least slow him down. I mean, archers, ballistas, anyone? Confront him in the air, relying on my superior aerial maneuver skills. No, we're not like Uber. Okay, just head in his general direction and beat him to the ground like the cur he is. Trick him into fighting one of my enemies, or bribe him into leaving my territory and never returning. No, you see, we're gonna ambush him. Clever. It will be a little challenge, though, and you'll need a good bait. Are you willing to risk some of your horde to bait him? Well, when you put it that way, maybe not, or, of course, there's no risk, because my ambush will certainly succeed. Oh god, this is the over-cocky route. I don't want to go this route. But, of course. That's the spirit. Wait, disdain increased. Oh, fuck. Okay, so you arrange for a caravan to carry a sizable portion of your horde along past Axemelis, while you lie in and wait. Cunning and disdain increase. As you wait, a fire breaks out in the forest between you and the caravan. The smoke blocks your view. Flying forth while you can't see would both eliminate the trap and the risk of your flying into an ambush. But when the smoke clears, you realize that Axemelis had tricked you. He must have lit the fire. While it burned, he raided the caravan and carried off 1,000 G coins from your precious hoard. Curses. You'll need to choose a different way to... I fucking knew this would happen! How do you plan to defeat him? Wait for him to come to me, confront him in the air, head in his general direction, trick him into fighting enemies, or negotiation. You know what? We're gonna wait. You set up in your lair and wait. You make sure to fly near enough to Axemelis that he is aware of you, while staying far away that he can't engage you directly. Meanwhile, he rampants across your territory. His predations make you antsy. Instinct pushes you to meet the threat directly. You try to wait him out, but you can't stand it. Your disdain isn't high enough. Fuck's sake. And Axemelis burns a forest that you particularly liked hunting in. You lose your temper and charge out of your lair at him, determined to fight him immediately. God damn it, why isn't... My freaking disdain isn't high enough. Fuck's sake. You battle him on even terms without any tactical advantage. This fighting is intense and deadly serious, and you find that he is a formidable foe. As the fight begins in earnest, Axemelis gashes at you with his claws, buffets you with his wings, and bites out a goblet of flesh from your legs. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. He is stronger and faster than you, but at least as importantly, he has more of the killer instinct than you need in a close fight. Your situation is desperate, and you will begin to wonder whether you will die this day. Brutality and honor increase. Axemelis thrashes at you badly. He gashes your belly, ripping away some armored plates that will never regrow, and leaving a sore spot that will always bother you in the future. As you struggle to survive, he stomps on your ribs, snapping the iron bones like twigs. every breath for the rest of your life is a little harder and a little more painful. You struggle desperately, hoping somehow to survive as he plays with you, with increasing cruelty. Finally, he makes a mistake. As he gloats and belittles you, he turns his attention away just long enough that you lash out with one last swipe of your claws. You catch him across the eye, gouging out one altogether and leaving the other blinded with the blood and bone fragments. Now you are able to gain the upper hand. You quickly press your advantage and defeat Aximellus, but the battle has cost you badly. Well, so much for not having any injuries. You defeated him, he is still alive, but you have beaten him, and he will be unable to offer serious resistance. What do you do? Too great a threat, play cat and mouse, I will make him suffer before he dies, or he must leave my territory to never return, but he can live. You fought well, Aximellus. I am the master of this domain. Fly long and hard away from these lands, and never return. Next time I will not be so lenient. He bows his head, acknowledging your command. Without another word, he flies off. Was it wise to leave such a powerful foe alive? One who might want revenge for his humiliation and defeat? Brutality decreases greatly, honor increases, and infamy decreases. See, we're kind of going slightly aggressive, but then again, we're more the passive aggressive. We make other people do our bidding. But look, now I am permanently wounded, so I gotta be fucking careful. Oh my god. Hey, at least I got that 1,000 gold back. Dude, my brutality is only 12%, while my finesse is 88. Not bad. Okay, next chapter. Oh, I think this is the end. Oh no, it's saying, we hope you're enjoying Choice of the Dragon. You may now save your game below. Type a name. We're just gonna save this as El Drago, because that's the name of our thing. And then please log in to save the system with your email address below. Okay, so hold on, I gotta do this. Okay, so now, there's a traveling party of adventurers in town. The people are already calling them heroes, telling tales of their past deeds. Okay. Do-gooders like these can be very dangerous. What do you want to do about them? Well, I don't want them to take back any of my slaves, even though most of them died. So do I gather info, challenge them, kidnap a princess to lure them, scare them, or ignore them? Well, we're gonna get some intel. Let's see what we could do. They're pretty tough. You really can't ignore them. They're led by a bash young paladin, which are basically just like holy knights. They also have a wizard of some sort, a minstrel bard, and a priest of the god of war, and a rogue. What now? We're not gonna be able to scare them off, and I'm not too stupid to challenge them. And I'm hurt too, permanently. Let's try to scare them off. At midnight, you strafe the village with your breath weapon. Really, why not just call it fire breath? The common folk panic in the streets. The nobles tremble in the comfort of their warm beds. So wait, they're trembling, but they're in warm beds. I mean, maybe it's on fire, but you could say, burn baby burn, you're in a fucking furnace. Unfortunately, instead of scaring off the adventurers, your antics strengthen their heroic resolve. The heroes emerge from the local tavern's inn. Their leader, a brave paladin in shining white armor, challenges you to a duel. He is flanked by a wizard of some sort, and as well as the priestess of the god of war and a bard. No, lure him into a trap. Ooh, achievement, villain, defeat the heroes. Yes! I did it! You smash the bridge to particles, sending the adventurers hurtling toward their doom. Well, most of them anyway. Unfortunately, you failed to notice that their rogue slipped away into your treasure trove while you were felled. He manages to steal a few trinkets before you return to your lair. At least he was in a hurry, so he missed most of the really valuable stuff. Infamy slightly increased. Shit. You're lounging on your treasure hoard when you hear the sounds of booted feet coming bravely toward your treasure chamber. The gait is that of a goblin, but what goblin wears boots? When the creature who enters walking bravely forward, clearly scared of you, but secure in the notion that he's doing the right thing. He's armed with a small sword, a long knife, and wears a crude helmet that clearly used to be a kitchen implement, so probably a pot. He begins to speak like all goblins, his voice nasal, but he puffs out his chest and begins to speak the important-sounding tone. "O great dragon," he quavers, "I am Thokit of this tribe. I have known all my life that I am destined for greatness. Possessed as I am of a noble soul, I have practiced for many months and have mastered the art of martial combat. In your name, I wish to ride out onto the field of combat and prove my worth as a true hero. One day I shall return with a great treasure to add to your magnificent hoard. Will you grant me your blessing so I can eat him, grant him access, test his prowess, or forbid him from going questing?" Then again, here's the two-hand situation. One hand, he can get me treasure. On the other hand, I can use him to fend off anyone else. And I'm certainly not going to test him, because I'm probably going to kill him, and eating him is just going to do the same thing. I'm going to forbid you to go on questing until I say it is safe. Just trying to keep you safe, buddy. He looks crestfallen. Yes, master. How pathetic. You nestle back down into your pile of gold coins. But he's back again, not a week later. Master, I cannot ignore my destiny. I know I am the ultimate penalty for questioning your will, but I accept that risk willingly. Please grant me your blessing to go quest in your holy name. Persistent, isn't he? What do you do with a goblin minion who won't take no for an answer? Fine, go questing. I'm not going to kill you. Thank you, master. I swear that you will be proud of me. Other than encouragement, are you going to help him along in any way? Give him some real weapons. That would help. Point him in a general direction of the clutchmate. Oh, that is betrayal right there. I would betray what direct him towards the capital of my kingdom, urge him to attack a neighboring kingdom, or let him fend for himself. I don't know where we got arms, but we're going to give him a real weapon. That's very generous of you. Maybe your investment in him will pay off someday. Where do I want to send him? Point him in the clutchmate, point him in the capital, urge him to attack a neighbor, or let him fend. Ooh, if I fight the clutchmate, then... Because what if... Oh, wait. What if this goblin says that he's from the kingdom of Eldrago, and so he goes over there, and he knows my mercy, and since he's blind, he can't really see the goblin anyways. He can only sense it through hearing, like bats do. Yeah, let's point him in the clutchmate. Alright. Your clutchmate kills him, but he does not manage... Or your clutchmate kills him, but he does manage to annoy Axemelis somewhat, which is really all you could ask from a minion of his stature. Fuck! I thought of this terribly. As the sun climbs high, you bask yourself on a rock near your lair. A group of humans slowly make their way up the slope towards you this day. The humans wear armor and carry weapons, but their weapons are sheathed as they approach respectfully. These humans you know. As they enter the cleared area of stone that surrounds your lair, a human kneels before you, recognizing your glory. "O lineage," begins the leader, "accept our praise and hear our petition." You turn your head slightly, acknowledging and indicating that she may proceed. "As your magnificence is surely aware, an almighty dragon, we are amongst knights and lords that hold lands under your magnificent rule. We bring tribute each year. And now we come to beg a boon of you. The knight pauses. Our enemies' people, like ourselves, are a mighty army, but have begun invading our territory. They have looted the less well-defended manors and burned some of the fields. We are ready to fight them, but your magnificent assistance would greatly strengthen our hand. One of the knights interrupts. They are taking our animals and chattels? I don't know. And destroying the value of our land. You must aid us. Your nostrils flare up and a wisp of smoke puffs out of them. He dares to refer to animals and chattels as land of his own. A grave insult indeed. How do you respond? You know what? We're gonna ignore the insult. Fuck it. Disdain increases. The minor insult of a knight has offered you far too insignificant for you to address, although you're gratified that it leads... Okay. So, he clears her throat. Mighty one, will you aid us? I am honor-bound to defend my vassals. Humans can fend for themselves, or I need more info. Let's see what they got. Cunning increases. What do you need more information about? How powerful are they? They are a threat to us, replies the lead knight. We will likely prevail, but it will be hard fought without your aid. Our enemies in pale comparison to your vast power, of course. Finesse increases. Do you want to help the humans in the war? I mean, knowing as we are kind of hurt. You know what? We're gonna go for it. To war. Based on what you've learned, you chose to go to war to aid the humans. The humans convene a war council in the area surrounding your lair. You lean in closely to read their tiny human maps and nearly killing several squires. What? With the support of your minions' plan to engage the enemies in a single large field battle, a decisive victory should end up in the incursions of your territory and set up an effective counterattack. Oh, geez. Sorry, so much reading to do. Do you take a role in the center of the battle, relying on the core combat ability, or do you plan on remaining hidden at first and then striking at a surprising point when the enemy is vulnerable? We're gonna go cunning. Cunning and finesse increases. Okay. Sorry, I just read it a little ahead. But look at that. Our finesse is 90%. Dude, I am a finesse addict. Okay. You attack from surprise in the middle of the battle. The enemy responds quickly to your attack and demonstrates impressive discipline, but they are no match for a dragon, and your attack still makes the difference. Demonstrates impressive discipline, but they are no match for a dragon, and your attacks still make the difference. Your army wins a decisive victory, but the enemy withdraws in good order. You lick your talons and plan the next phase of your attack. You fly towards the enemy territory. You will make them pay for this war with a punitive raid of your own. As you approach, you see an effigy of yourself planted out in a field. The mockery is most cruel, depicting you as a crude beast. I will not tolerate this mockery of El Drago. Destroy it! Vigilance increases. You fly down and destroy the effigy and punish the humans, but it's a trap. They fire a concealed ballista at the end of you and follows it up with concerted volley of arrows. Only the ballista bolts truly hurt you, but it glances off your head, permanently blinding you in one eye. Great. You kill all of the humans for their impudence, but you have still suffered a serious injury. Well, I am permanently weakened. I am not going to war anytime soon. You fly to the enemy territory. You quickly sack various small towns, collecting a variety of your own booty for your troubles. But then you fly to a major port city where the real opportunity presents itself. You can smell the rich supply of gold and jewels, just waiting to be taken from a major temple, and yet sacking a temple might anger the gods. I am not going to mess with a god. You take as much other wealth as you gather, but you leave the temple alone. The missed opportunity to gain is outweighed by avoiding future problems. Your wealth goes up. Shut up, Valkyrie Crusade. I'm busy with a Choose Your Fate game. Your wealth goes up, but not as much as it could have. In gratitude for your assistance in the war, the human minions have provided you a particularly large tribute this year. Nice work. Next chapter. Give me 1 sec, guys. Okay. While you were flying across your territory, you spot a new shrine that your people have erected. You fly down and find that a goat has been tied to the shrine. A young woman is bowing before the shrine and praying. The symbols on the shrine depict some winged deity, but iconography is unfamiliar. You there, I call out. To whom is this shrine dedicated? The woman looks over her shoulder at you. Her eyes widen in surprise, and then she quickly turns, throwing herself prone before you. She speaks without a lifted head. O mighty dragon, this shrine is dedicated to you. Please accept my praise and offering. I know it is not much, but it is the best I can afford. It seems the people in your territory started to worship you. What do you think about that? This is heresy. Worshipping me is now forbidden. Whom they worship is their business. I ignore it, or yes, they should worship me. I encourage it. Yeah, since we pretty much own the kingdom anyways. Okay, let's see. It is well that you recognize my divine glory. You place one clawed hand lightly upon the woman's form. Accept my blessing. Now go forth, knowing that a dragon guides your actions. On numerous similar occasions, you do everything you can to encourage new religions. Soon you are venerated throughout your territory as widely as any of the major gods. So great, now I'm a deity, except I'm alive. Almost immediately, you begin to reap tangible rewards from your new status as deity. Oh, I called it. I'm a fucking deity. It turns out people will dig deeper to make offerings to their god other than feared draconic overlord. So now I went from overlord to deity. That's good. Several weeks after you learned of the new religious movement, a group of humans approach your lair. They carry a large golden statue with them. The artistry is not perfect, but it's clearly a dragon and probably intended as a representation of you. Cool. I get a gold statue. It's like a golden play button from YouTube. An old man steps forward from the group and genuflects towards your lair. Master, great dragon that breathes fire and that burns in our hearts, hear our prayer. Bless this statue that it may watch over us and we may pray before it. Hold on, guys. My heart's fucking hurting. The statue is clearly made out of gold, which is semi-precious for the eyes, and the tips of the claws and teeth. It is worth a small fortune, and you hunger for it. What do? Claim the statue or bless the statue, send it back with them. You know what? I'm not an overlord, I'm a deity. Okay. You breathe flame at the statue, not much, enough to heat it up, you heat it up a little, but not to melt it. The gemstone in the eyes shine as if some flame had been captured within. The people praise for you enthusiastically and carry the statue back to their village in the center of their religious practices. Over subsequent weeks, you receive increasing gifts and offerings as your religion grows. Great. I am becoming a draconic Christ. You could say, with a really bad pun, holy shit and Jesus Christ. Even though I'm not Jesus Christ, but it is holy. Your followers continue making offerings and praying to you. It is a pretty sweet setup, all things considered. Let's be honest though, do you actually believe you are a god, or is this just a way to gain control over your followers and extract additional offerings? Yeah, I'm a god. How dare you question my divinity? Or don't be silly, it's just a means of control. Well, technically it is control. That's what all religion is. Cunning and wealth increase. That's what I thought. Running a fake religion is dedicated dedicated to yourself isn't very pious or honorable, but is very profitable. The gods may not be pleased by your actions, impety, but they do not deign to take action against you. Okay, next chapter. You spend your next 5 years leisurely hunting, recounting your hoard, and sleeping for months at a time. It's a pretty nice life, but you also feel quite lonely at times. Occasionally you imagine what it would be like to find a mate. You wake up in the middle of the night on your enormous bed of treasure, and you realize that you were dreaming of a romantic partner who could put fire in your life again. Want to find a mate? Let's fuck. Very well. What gender? Female. How are you going to find her? Post an internet message board? Use a network of human spies to seek her out? Or just wait in my lair, eventually she'll find me. Just so you know, in real life, waiting for someone to come to you is not the best option, but that internet one is so funny. There is no fucking internet in the Bronze Age. Oh my god, that's funny. If only I could retitle this, Looking for a Girlfriend on the Internet. Oh dear god, this is so fucking funny. Oh my god. Dude, this is so fucking funny. Oh shit. Okay, so we're gonna go hunting for. There's a problem with going out and hunting is that you must leave your treasure hoard unattended for some time. In your absence, someone may try to steal your treasure. Are you concerned about this? No, I've got goblin minions. I've got a shaman who could probably cast magic and offer the goblin god some of my treasure to protect it. I'm somewhat concerned. That's only reasonable. How far are you willing to go? Not far, a significant distance, or I will travel the 7 corners of the earth. If only the earth had 7, but there are none. Actually, I'll do a significant distance. You travel hundreds of miles, sniffing the air for the scent of a fellow dragon. Unfortunately, you aren't able to completely defend your lair from thieves while you're abroad. You'll find that a fraction of your treasure has been stolen, but nothing too pricey. You will miss that jewel-encrusted goblet. So let's see. Damn, that is still a lot of gold. I think we are fine as far as gold goes. Okay. Back to the story. Eventually, you find a suitable mate in a nearby kingdom. More than one, actually. To the north, you find a green dragon with a long spiked tail and a kite-shaped plates on her back. She terrorizes the countryside with a fiery breath. To the west, there's a suitable, elegant black serpent. They say that sometimes she takes human form and walks amongst the people, whispering in the ears of kings. I think I'm going for the black one. Okay, so let's see, south. You encounter an enormous scaly sea monster. When she breaches, she leaps out of the water 7 times without exposing all of her scales to the air. She has dragged countless ships to the bottom of the sea where she keeps a vast hoard of ancient treasure. To the east lives a 5-clawed luck dragon with flowing whiskers, revered by humans around her as like unto a god. I think we're gonna go west. Excellent choice. Now you'll need to do something to impress her. Destroy a nearby village, make graceful loops in the air to display maneuverability, challenge her to a game of wits to show off intellect, make an offering of an enormous sapphire to exhibit wealth, spread rumors, or steal some of her gold and fly off. No, I'm gonna show her my maneuverability. You climb skyward. Oh, she's not territorial. And not the least I made the bad choice. Time passes. Eventually, compulsion to find a mate passes too. You still feel pretty lonely, but over time you won't mind it as much. Next 2 years pass leisurely. You sleep on your hoard of treasure, hunt for prey, occasionally sack a small town for variety. All in all, you're enjoying a little time without annoying interruptions when some sort of conjured fiend materializes in front of you. It trails smoke as it hunches before you, claws at the stone floor, bats wings fanning in the air. Whatever this thing is, it isn't natural. The fiend's voice sounds like the movement of many slugs. O mighty El Drago, it gurgles. The wizard Kallax sends his regards. You have been marked for death, and I, or one of my own kill, will be your executioner. Your constant interruptions like this make it hard to enjoy all of your treasure. I'm gonna see what he has to offer. It chortles as it hears your question. I am sent by an enemy you didn't even know you had. I am a creature of nightmare, and 3 other dragons have fallen before my kind. When you are dead, I will eat your soul and wear your flesh as a disguise, and then my master will rule instead of you. They're the dragons. You'd think I'd have heard about that. So, I don't think we're vigilant enough to evade him. But, no, let's question it further. I need to see if this is a facade. Surely, you have heard of the mighty wizard Kallax. He abides in the high tower of wizardry. What, does he do wizard laundry? Within the very country you claim, he has grown annoyed that you overthrew his queen and has sentenced you to death. Goodbye, worm. The wizard Kallax, eh? How do you feel about the attack? What sort of idiot would try to kill me? No, more like I'm an idiot, because I'm, as you can see on the stats, I am permanently weakened. Shit! Furious and demand immediate vengeance, or what idiot would try to kill me? No, I'm furious. No time like the present. You even know where the high tower of wizardry is, although they haven't bothered you before. What's your next step? Try to find out more about the monster, assault the tower, fly to the tower and talk, or find out more about Kallax. You launch yourself off the lair and circle silently on the wind as you think about who to ask. At this point, you know enough intimidated humans that someone should be able to give you information. It doesn't take long. Kallax is the High Mage. Whatever that is, I know what it is. My dragon brain doesn't. He's supposed to be fairly powerful and very proud. Someone who likes to succeed and does not have much patience for rivals. What do I do? Next, try to find out about the monster. You have goblins haul out the chest of books that you found last time you ate a wizard, and they turn the pages to look through them. The picture on page 418 of the 5th book. Apparently, the creature that attacked you is a fiend that is only the most powerful wizards can summon. A creature of pure hatred and bile that feeds by killing. If Kallax summoned him, he's a pretty powerful wizard indeed. You're going to have to go to the high tower of wizardry to see him, but what do? I want to talk to him. The tower isn't far at the speeds that you fly. Less than an hour away. You land in the courtyard. There's no doubt about it. Everyone knows you're there. A cowering servant is pushed through a door to find out what you want. Do you want to demand to see him or ask politely? Ask. The servant is terrified. Bring me to Kallax, human. He and I have a problem to discuss. You prepare yourself for battle. If Kallax is brave enough to accost you now, you won't be taken by surprise. Kallax strides out the doorway onto the courtyard, his body sheathed in magical fires that he thinks will protect him from you. He seems cautious but not afraid. It is an honor to meet you, El Drago, he says in a clear voice. To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit? You tried to kill me. Why are you trying to kill me, or how many dragons have you killed in your life? Yeah, we're gonna see if this guy fucking lied. He looks surprised. None. Killing dragons is a very dangerous line of work. I have my hands full with human enemies, thank you very much. Maybe he's telling the truth, find out more. See, I told you that guy was gonna fucking lie. I knew it! You gotta do the mind game. That's not what your conjured beast told me as he tried to kill me. Your anger shakes the tower's stone. Conjured beast, your majesty, I do not do conjurations. I specialize in transmutations. I can change a housefly into an ogre or an apple into a pear, but I cannot conjure fiends. To set against my enemies, he paused. Why do you believe I did this? Are you not listening? Your creature told me before I killed it. He shuts his eyes as if in pain. Eldrago, I apologize. I think an old enemy is trying to kill you, or to use you as a murder weapon to assassinate me. She calls herself Magister Vermias, although I do not know her real name. She's definitely a conjurer, and she can't stand me. Has she killed dragons before? I do not know, but her staff is supposed to be made of dragon bone, so she might be yes. Or I'm gonna ask. She lives in a mountain far to the south, and she wants this country as her own. Luckily, she has never been able to raise an army. Since there is no one stupid enough to follow her, she's crazy and very dangerous. Be cautious. A different conjured monster is waiting for you when you arrive at your lair. Master Eldrago, it mocks you in a wielding voice. You may have been clever enough not to attack an innocent wizard, but you are no closer to your goal. My true master grows more powerful while you chase his enemies. Come to the peak of Crooked Mountain tomorrow at midnight, where you will learn what is required of you, should you wish to live it. Question it. It doesn't seem as smart as the last one. Maybe you can learn something. Who is your master? Why, I am summoned by the queen of this country to claim to... You cut it off mid-sentence by biting it off its frog-like legs. It tastes utterly revolting as you bite into it. The beast's eyes bug out of their sockets. Vermias said you couldn't hurt me, it croaks. Vermias lied, you reply, destroying the monster. You settle back down on your hoard in annoyance. So Vermias wants to face you on peak of Crooked Mountain. You know where that is. The question is why? So that she can ambush and kill me, or so that she can present me with a list of demands? Well, that's what the thing said, but I assume it's lying, so let's go ahead and assume it's an ambush. You know she uses lies to manipulate her foes, and this seems like a classic trap. Yeah, it's basically cliche at this point. Do you want to show up atop the mountain at the appointed time? Absolutely by myself. Absolutely taking that human wizard Kylax with me. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna take the wizard. Please don't kill me. Having a wizard as backup makes some sense. Do you think he'd be willing to come? I appeal to his senses of self-interest. Vermias tried to kill both of us, and he should work with me to eliminate the threat, or eat him if he doesn't. No, we're gonna side with him. Ah, a sensible appeal. Finesse increases. So our finesse is 91%. Dude, we are the finessiest. I think I'll make that the title of my next episode. Kylax listens to your reasoning and agrees to go fight with you for Vermias. Okay. Let me drink some more. By the way, totally not sponsored, but go on ahead and check out SoundCloud. It's an app you could get for your mobile device, and maybe your PC, I don't know, I can't test it myself on that. But SoundCloud allows you to listen to all kinds of music that everybody submits onto the site. And if you pay $4.95 a month, you can download those said songs, or you could just put them into a playlist and then put it on loop or something. Or you can just listen to station autoplay, which will totally allow you to listen to just random music that pops up based on your likes. Since I'm personally a game OST person, Final Boss music listener, and anime, that's typically what my station plays for me. So right now, this entire time, I've been listening to SoundCloud while reading these stories to you, so that way I'm not so bored. But anyway, sorry for the non-sponsorship, but go on ahead and check out SoundCloud. Anyways, You fly up to Crooked Mountain with Cadillacs clinging to your back as you approach. You see Vermius levitating above the top peak. She smiles as you approach, holding up her dragonbone staff in a defensive posture, muttering a spell. There are 2 pentagrams carved into the stone mountaintop. They begin to glow, and reddish smoke rises from each center. If you don't kill her before she finishes summoning, it might be a little dicey for you. You turn into a dive and begin your attack run. As you shoot towards her, Cadillac shouts above the rushing wind, "Wait, El Drago, do not attack yet!" Okay, so what do I do? Ignore him and strike now? Stop short and blast Vermius, or turn away and listen to Cadillac? We're gonna listen to Cadillac. You veer away from Vermius as Cadillac explains, "There is no human live there. I reach out to change her blood to water, but I only sense energy and illusion. Blast away and pentacles and pay no attention to the image of Vermius. You unleash a blast of flames on each pentacle itself. The aspiration of Vermius continues muttering her spells. Without the summoning circles, nothing happens." Cadillac nods his head sagely. "I can trace the magic from the summoning circles back to its source. Vermius is some 50 miles west of here. If I remember my geography, that's just about right for her to be casting from her tower. 50 miles is an easy flight for you, so you turn around and head west. The wings beating a slow and steady pace as you race across the clouds. You can feel Cadillac adjusting his grip, desperate not to fall off. "Hold on tight, mage," you rumble. This ends today. You fly to Vermius's tower. The tower is a heavy granite structure with large oak doors as its base. 5 flames glow at the top of the tower. Cadillac shouts as you approach, "I would stay away from the top of the tower, El Drago. I would wager that Vermius has prepared a summoning trap with those flames. If you land us there, it will be likely to conjure a demon behind us. How do you plan this? So ignore him and go to the top. Tell Cadillac to weaken the tower so that he can knock it down, then kill anything still moving in the rubble. Smash the tower's main doors at the base, or announce my presence and challenge Vermius." So, in this case, I would either destroy the tower or smash the main doors and raid. I mean, there could be some wealth in there. I mean, I'm only at 34,000. So, I'm going to smash the tower. Okay, you smash through the doors and begin fighting your way up the tower. Fighting in the cramped confines of this tower is difficult. It calls for more finesse and less brutality. After you cut through some apprentices as they were nothing, you reach Vermius. She waves her dragonbone staff at you and begins chanting tones into the walls that separate this world from the next. As you lunge at her, things are not meant to be rally to her aid. The fighting is brutal. Within tight confines of her tower, you face dozens of demons, each more hideous than the next. But you were more nimble than she expected. After a long battle, you bite her dragonbone staff in two and eviscerate Vermius. Your wounds are grievous, but you have triumphed. Finesse increases. So now we're at 92%. It takes you months to recover. On the upside, you are able to loot her tower fully and you get quite a nice haul once you feel up to flying again. Nice! Now look! We may be permanently weakened, but look at our fucking finesse. Dude, our finesse. We are the finessiest. At least I'm limber. At least I got vigilance. So wait, why would being in a tower require more than 91% finesse? Like seriously, you need more finesse to fight through that? I don't get it. I'm the most finesse person right now. Okay, so I think I'm gonna end it on that note. So, this is probably chapter 5. So we're going to be starting up the next chapter probably tomorrow, and I'm hoping to have a guest star, a person from work, named Rebecca, come join me. We might be doing an hour like we did almost today. But hopefully tomorrow I can have either Kai or my friend Rebecca come on over, and we could both voice act 2 different parts. It'd be a little interesting. I mean, yeah, you might not be able to see both of us even if I did this, but hey, we might be able to work something out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this stream of Choice of the Dragon. And I want to know, if you guys put a comment down below, what would you guys do in the certain cases that I was put into? You may not be able to see the outcome, but what would you do in my shoes? If you were to be a dragon and making people worship you or not, would you have the goblin guy go and fight your, your clutch mate or something? What would you do? But anyways, I gotta get off. It's almost 9 o'clock, jeez. But go on ahead, guys, comment down below, what would you do in my case? And leave a like if you wish. And then also, if you were not subscribed to the Darkness Void army that is Dark Raven and Dark Wyvern, which is my alternate account thing, then come on, be a part of it. I mean, I'd love to have some Dark Army people. I remember Ixie in Valkyrie Crusade. Hopefully you're still viewing my vids, even though it was like half a year before I played the game again. But anyways, don't want to run your guys' time up anymore. Go on ahead, view this video, give it some likes, put some thumbs up in the comments, put some stupid emotes. But I will be doing a Valkyrie Crusade episode tomorrow sometime, probably around this time, or at least in the evening. So, see you guys.